Hi, today I'm going to show you how we can create some of the kind of content that you might use within your standard lessons using the MozaBook software from Mozaik Education. Now, once you've got logged in and what have you, end up on this page here. And there's a couple of options that we can go for. We can either go for a new publication, which gives us the opportunity to create a new exercise book, which is kind of like a flip chart or a PowerPoint kind of thing, whatever you're used to. You can import a PDF if you want to, you can import a PowerPoint if you want to. Now you can either open PowerPoint up within PowerPoint through MozaBook, if that makes sense, or MozaBook can actually read PowerPoint and insert your animations and your media into MozaBook itself. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new exercise book. Okay, and then we get these little options here, which you might be kind of used to with other packages. So we've got the different backgrounds, and we can change those as we're going through as well. We can change the different backgrounds here, fancy ones, if we want to. I'm just going to go with a plain one for now, though. So get this little quick launch here. I don't want that. And this might be what you're kind of used to with other programs and software. You've got all of your tools down at the bottom here, and they're fairly self-explanatory. You've got your text flyer here if you want to, you've got your selector, you've got pens and rubbers and various pots and things, and I'm going to go through that in a different video, but I want to show you how you can kind of put all of this together to make a lesson using some of the content I showed you last time. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a title in, so I'm going to go for maybe history. Let's have a history lesson. Okay, and we are going to compare the houses of different civilizations. Okay, now at this point I might want to compare ancient Greek houses with ancient Roman houses. If I know that the children have studied those things, it's always great to link to previous learning. So to do that, using some of the 3D scenes that we looked at with the interactive books, if I go down to here and I go to subject, and because I'm doing a history lesson, obviously I'm going to choose history. This will bring me up the media library within MozaBook and the content that MozaBook itself has to do with history. Now I'm going to start with the 3D scene. Give it a second, because there are over 1,000 of these 3D scenes to choose from within all of the subjects, so it takes a little bit of time to load up, but you can see here there's a lot to choose from. Okay, but I know kind of what I want at the minute. So I know that I want this 3D scene here for the ancient Greek house. Now, to save me a bit of time, what I can do is I can drag the icon and just drop it on the flip chart. I'm just going to drag the corner there to make it a bit smaller. And you can see it's got that 3D logo on there. What that means is that when I click on it, it will open up the actual 3D scene, which will save me time. I don't have to keep faffing about for it and searching for it every time I want to do the lesson. So I'm going to do the same thing again, and I want the Roman house as well. Like that for now. Put that one on that side. Okay. So let's have a quick look at that. So I'm going to click on the Greek one. And again, it depends on your internet connection, how fast your computer is, how fast it loads and how big the scene is. This one's quite a big scene, but I seem to have got onto it fairly quickly. Let's go to full screen mode there. So here we go, we've got our beautiful 3D scene here of the Greek street and the Greek house. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to do the cutaway of the house, because this is probably what's useful for me during the lesson. Okay, and I can rotate it, I can zoom in and out, what have you, I can do all those things. Now, to actually put this into a lesson for the children to use it, what I might do is I might go over here to the camera icon, and I might create a screenshot of it. So I'll just drag that out to what I actually want to capture. And then I click on this button here, and it'll take a picture of what I've got. And there we've got image was inserted successfully. Go back, and then when I close the 3D down, I can see here I've got my picture. So that might be useful for when I'm coming to actually do my task. So I'm going to keep that there for now. I'm going to do the same with the Roman Domus to make that full screen. See how quick this one loads up. There we go. It's looking good. Right, so now I can go to the cutaway again. I can have a look at the beautifully created scenes here. I'll just zoom out a little bit so I get a bit more. I'm going to take another picture of that. Put these things in. Now for some of you, maybe your more able children, you might want to get rid of the labels and have them label it. That's up to you. And there we go, image inserted successfully. Get rid of that. Oops. And there we go. Now I've got my image here. Obviously I would go through each of the scenes and I'd talk to the children about it, and we'd go through some of the information on the information panel and what have you, get to understand it. But I might also want some other content in there as well while I'm teaching. So if I go to the content again, I go to history. MozaBook also have a collection of images, audio and video, but what it also does as well, if I go to say video here, I don't just have to search through MozaBook or MozaWeb or anything that they've created. What I can also do as well is just go to the internet within MozaBook, which is great, and it searches through some of the more popular search engine sites. So if I want ancient Greek house, I'll go through some of those popular search engines and it'll bring up any videos to do with ancient Greek houses. Obviously I need to watch them first to double check. Greek house tour, kind of things there, and then all I'd have to do is, if I found something that I liked, so we wanted that one, was just drag it and drop it, and then when I double clicked on it, it would load it up into whichever site it was hosted on. So I don't have to start faffing about going onto the internet separately and loading things up and finding things. Obviously I would check it first to make sure it's appropriate, but we can do the same thing with images. Again, we can check the internet, so there we go, I've got a great image of a house there. I can just drag that in and drop it on there, and obviously we can do various things from that. We can start labeling from here. Can we see any of the features from this one over here on this one? What's the similarities, what are the differences? And then what we might want to do then is add another page, so we click on the page there, like that, and then you might want them, if we take these two images here, I'm just going to cut them and drop them back in, is then this might be sort of where I'm setting my task. So I might put on here task, write down some of the similarities and differences between these two styles of housing. Why are there some differences? Which would you rather live in and why? Okay, obviously I could have that up and the children could do the work from there. Now there are other tools available. I'm going to go through some of those in some other videos, but this was just a quick demonstration of how you can use some of those 3D scenes to actually put them into your lessons. So have a look at the links in the description. There'll be links to where you can download this, and I'll catch you in the next one.